and Brazilian President Lula da Silva in Malaysia. They signalled a fresh push to strengthen their ties between Washington and Brasilia. President Trump said he's confident the two nations can strike some pretty good deals. That's what he said. That will benefit both sides, while the Brazilian President Lula echoed that optimism, saying there's no reason for any conflict between Brazil and the United States. Let's take a listen in to the US President and President Lula.
We're going to see, we're dealing on it right now, and we'll be discussing it for a little while, and I think we'll probably come to a conclusion pretty quickly. We know each other. We know what each other wants. I think we'll come to a conclusion. I think we'll come to, I've always liked him. I feel very badly about what happened to him. I've always thought he was a straight shooter, but he's gone through a lot.
It is on the agenda today.
He's gone through a lot.
It is on the table today.
It's none of your business.
Primeiro, a imprensa vai ter boas notícias depois que terminar a reunião.
I think the press will have good news after we end the
Antes de
meeting.
começar a reunião, são só suposições.
It's only assumptions before we start the
O
meeting.
Brasil tem todo interesse de ter uma relação extraordinária com os Estados Unidos. como
Brazil is
mantivemos.
hard to reach a deal afterwards.
E eu estou convencido, eu disse antes de chegar aqui,
And I am
eu
convinced,
estava
and I said before I
otimista.
came here,
Eu estava muito otimista com a possibilidade de nós avançarmos, sabe, na manutenção da relação mais civilizada possível entre Brasil e Estados
I was
Unidos.
very optimistic
E pretendemos
to
manter.
advance the relationship between.
The talks come as both leaders look to expand trade cooperation and reset bilateral operations. We are now joined once again by Professor Rohan Gunaratne. Professor Gunaratne, it seemed just about a month ago when Donald Trump was stood at that United Nations podium personally attacking President Lula, that this relationship was, first of all, beyond repair. Second of all, when before Jair Bolsonaro went to jail, he was keen for that trial to be completely overturned. And now the two are sat next to each other in a room in Malaysia. What are your thoughts in the two trying to kind of rekindle this diplomatic relationship in Kuala Lumpur?
The US has reassessed the ties between Brazil and the US, and they have decided that it is favorable to the United States to restore the relationship because Brazil's trade started to increase with China. So in many ways, because of the geopolitical competition between the US and China, now Trump decided to work with Brazil. There will be cooperation on not only trade and economics, but also in other fields. What is important to understand is that South and Central America, Trump faces many challenges, and for him it is personally important to strengthen the relationship with Brazil, given the deteriorating ties between the US and Venezuela, as well as, of course, US-North America ties with Canada. So I believe that there has been a complete shift in the US position with regard to Brazil, as you have mentioned, Thomas.
Yes, thank you very much, Professor Rohan Gunaratne. We'll just sit and wait and see how that turns out. But we stay in Southeast Asia for our next story, and mourners gathered in Bangkok's Grand Palace and Chula Korn Hospital to pay their respects to Queen Sirikit, Thailand's former queen and mother of the current monarch. King Varishkalakorn, the royal palace, confirmed that Sirikit died on Friday at 93 from complications of blood sepsis. Beloved for her devotion to charity and cultural preservation, Sirikit was the widow of King Bhumibol Abdul Yazej, Thailand's longest reigning monarch. Their portraits long symbolise unity and tradition across the nation. A period of national mourning has begun, with thousands lining up to honour the late Queen, remembered as the mother of the Thai nation. Let's listen in to some of the mourners who are paying their respects.
มันไม่เป็นความเหน็ดเหนื่อยครับมันเป็นความสุขที่เราจะได้ถวายงานพระองค์ท่านครั้งสุดท้ายที่จะได้ร่วมส่งเสด็จในวันประวัติศาสตร์
อยากจะมาส่งเสด็จพระองค์ท่านแม้แต่จะเป็นรายทางที่เห็นแค่รถขบวนเสด็จก็อยากมาเพราะว่าเมื่อก่อนสมัยตอนเด็กๆอะค่ะแม่ก็จะพามารับเสด็จในหลวงกับพระราชินีในพระบรมมหาราชวังแบบเนี้ยก็มานั่งรอกันเป็นวันๆแบบนี้ก็คิดว่าครั้งนี้เป็นครั้งสุดท้ายก็อยากจะส่งเสด็จพระองค์ท่านเหมือนกับส่งเสด็จในหลวงรัชกาลที่ 9ก็มาแบบนี้เหมือนกันค่ะ
ที่ผ่านมามันกับพ่อเราที่สิ้นไปนะครับก็เสียใจเป็นอย่างยิ่งนะครับเพราะท่านเป็นแม่ของแผ่นดินก็เหมือนแม่เราก็เสียใจพูดอะไรไม่ออกครับก็ประเทศเราเสียบุคคลที่เป็นที่เคารพยิ่งของปวงชนชาวไทยนะ
ก็เหมือนกับทุกคนรักพระองค์นะคะก็เห็นแล้วก็
มุ่งหมายเดียวกัน
ใช่ค่ะ
ประสงค์พระองค์ท่าน
ใช่ค่ะก็เห็นแล้วก็ปิติค่ะที่ทุกคนมาเหมือนกับให้กำลังใจพระเจ้าอยู่หัวด้วยนะเจ้าค่ะ
Hundreds of young Peruvians have marched in Lima demanding for justice for a slain protester and the resignation of the interim president Jose Geri. Meanwhile, the protesters were carrying